well, actually since WrestleMania 2, I want to say.
Coast to coast. You know, when we talk about Young, Dumb, and Broke, like you said, everybody talks about Jordan Oliver. Everybody talks about his rise to stardom. We've seen the tag team of Griffin McCoy and Ellis. Okay, those two have been able to cover a lot of ground as a tag team. But Charlie Tiger, in my opinion, I don't want to say the odd person out, because I don't think he is.
No.
But definitely, I think the one member of Young, Dumb, and Broke that a lot of people and a lot of talent evaluators really sleep on.
Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree. And let's just talk about real quick what a future TakeOver versus Young, Dumb, and Broke match would look like. This is a nice little preview, a little taste, if you will. But imagine those two powerful forces. That's literally the immovable, the force meaning the object, if you will.
Yes. The unstoppable force and the immovable object.
That's what I was trying to say.
As the late, great legend Gorilla Monsoon would say. Yeah, Mikey, I don't know if you know this, but you see those scars on the shoulder of Charlie Tiger?
Yes.
Did you know? Oh, Savage
geez.
taking out Charlie.
PJ Savage is showing his power right there, like we said earlier.
Charlie actually got those by fighting a tiger at the age of 12 and winning. Charlie Tiger has actually fought a tiger and won.
Move over Joe Exotic. There's your Tiger King.
I mean, 100%. Charlie Tiger, such a varied style. I've seen Charlie Tiger, you know, be in matches against some of the best high flyers in the game.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely, when you really think about Young, Dumb, and Broke, the powerhouse
Yes.
of Young, Dumb, and Broke as well, but a very athletic background, and also a shoot wrestling background, a very technical mat-based style, was trained in that way. So a very varied style for Charlie Tiger. But you see that from PJ Savage. Most people think PJ Savage just this big bulldozer.
We're about to see he's not.
Savage dropped a picture-perfect drop kick on Tiger.
Yes. Whoa. And that's why it's such a shame that Charlie Tiger is so slept upon. He really is the perfect package. He can fly, he can be a powerhouse, and he can work that amateur wrestling style.
Went for a huge spear, went around the world to no avail.
But at the same time, as much of a powerhouse as Charlie Tiger is, let's be honest with ourselves, PJ Savage is still the bigger of the two. So I'm not surprised he was able to catch him on that spear.
And if he drops Tiger on his head here, this might be a first knockout.
Oh! Referee Nick Shin better check on Charlie Tiger. I'm not trying to take anything away from Charlie, but that was just brutal. I mean, this is a hardwood floor we're talking about.
This might be the first knockout in IFC, the first knockout victory after that huge DDT. That huge DDT off the apron by PJ Savage, driving Charlie Tiger's head through this wooden floor here in Ridgefield Park.
And that's why the DDT is still one of the most...
I think there's a dent on the floor over there.
There might be. There honestly might. And that is why the DDT is still one of the most dangerous moves in professional wrestling today. Originated, to my knowledge at least, by Jake the Snake Roberts. And there's a reason why he called it his finisher move. Oh, super kick from PJ Savage.
You know, and this is really going to throw Charlie Tiger's game plan into whack, because Charlie Tiger is known for hitting that Tiger Glock 47 headbutt that he can hit out of absolutely anywhere.
Exactly.
And has felled many an opponent. I really don't think you're going to be wanting to throw that headbutt.
Oh!
Another super kick to the jaw of Charlie Tiger, covered by Savage, and a kick out by Tiger.
This just shows how tough Charlie Tiger is. He's still moving. He's obviously got the cobwebs in his head. The gears are turning a little slower than they normally would be. But he's still moving. He's still ready for a fight, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder if at some point, at what point, as when you think about the future of your career, do you think, you know what, I might just have to throw in the towel on this.
That's a great... I brought that up when I did the M2 Climax over on my channel. Sometimes you just got to take the sacrifice L here to think about. In that case, as a round robin tournament, you got to think about the future rounds. In this case, it's your career that you got to think about.
Right. Oh, Tiger forcefully thrown into that top turnbuckle.
But to that point, Pete, at the same time, Charlie Tiger just has too much pride in him. I don't think he will take that sacrifice, even if it does
not
sacrifice
a
his
lot
career.
of people that usually can play the power game with Charlie Tiger. I think Charlie Tiger doesn't look like a powerhouse in the sense of, he's not over 6 feet tall, over 250 pounds. He's not one of these like traditional hosses in terms of visual appearance, but he definitely is one of the most powerful young men in wrestling. And Savage is throwing him around
Falcon
like
Arrow.
a rag doll.
But nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. That just shows the strength of Charlie Tiger.
And think about that. PJ Savage did not leave his feet. Most times when you see people deliver a Falcon Arrow, they're going up with their opponent. They're leaving their feet on the drive down. PJ Savage powered Charlie Tiger up into that suplex position and literally hoisted him up with his own power to create the momentum downwards.
But you know what? That was probably on purpose on the part of PJ Savage. He is just so big and so powerful himself. He does not need to leave his feet. Maybe now that he knows better that Charlie Tiger will kick out because he's got that much pride.
Charlie Tiger almost inexplicably picked up, covered by Savage, picked up PJ Savage, but PJ Savage's weight was too much for Charlie Tiger. PJ actually landed on the chest, head, and neck area of Charlie Tiger on the fall back.
Normally when a reversal like that happens, it's because the person taking it throws their momentum. PJ Savage didn't have to do a damn thing on that one. He just fell. And that's probably for the worst on Charlie Tiger because, PJ Savage.
Tiger!
Hold on!
Trying again, Savage was looking for that Savage fall.
The strength is there, Pete. The strength is there. He just got to put a little bit more into it to truly get it. Nice Superman elbow strike. Super kick again.
Probably the fourth one of the match and connected probably the most flush.
But to your point, it was the most flush, and Charlie Tiger is still standing, Pete. And on the ropes for the momentum. Thunderbomb!
Big boot.
Doesn't immediately go for pin. 2! Oh! And that's got to be because he hesitated for just a second, Pete. Why he did not get the win there over PJ Savage. It just has to be the little bit of hesitation.
And look at the resourcefulness of Charlie Tiger, using the ropes as a springboard to be able to move Savage's momentum. He noticed when he went for that exploder
He was
suplex.
about to drop him again.
Right. When he went for the exploder, we saw that Savage landed on him.
Right.
Because Charlie did not have enough power to rotate PJ up and over his head. This time, he used the top rope as a springboard in order to continue moving PJ Savage's weight.
We talked about Charlie Tiger's strengths earlier. The fighter, the Haas of Young, Dumb, and Broke. He can high fly. He can shoot right. He is clearly has the ring awareness and able to pull a move off like that.
Tried to get him up for a spine buster, but again, couldn't keep him up. Just dropped him face first on the top turnbuckle.
Going for couldn't get all of it, but adapted.
Whoa!
Leapfrog by PJ Savage. Spear from Charlie Tiger. 2. No! 2.5 on that one, Pete.
Charlie Tiger almost pulled out one of the most unexplainable wins you would have seen here. You've seen PJ Savage have the advantage most of this match. Charlie Tiger with that spear out of freaking nowhere.
That would not have been an upset win. That is exactly what you said. Unexplainable.
Like, I don't know where he got the momentum. All of the offense, all of the damage that has been done to the head and neck area, and for him to still hit that spear with authority. Backslide pin here.
And you notice before all that, knee straight to the face.
Big bomb.
Full Nelson bomb by PJ Savage goes to cover. 2, 3.
A 3 count for PJ Savage.
Nothing to be ashamed on Charlie Tiger's part, though, in that one, Pete. Nothing to be ashamed of.
What a fight that was. I mean, if you were going to put your money on any match ending by knockout, it had to be
absolutely
this
would have
one.
been that, yes.
We saw early on in this match that huge DDT from the ring apron onto the floor.
I'm honestly surprised that needed a face hit and knock him out.
DJ Savage showing respect to Charlie Tiger and Young, Dumb, and Broke. Might we get Young, Dumb, and Broke versus TakeOver in the future?
If I was running a show, that would be the first match I would book, Pete.
But again, we saw a powerhouse showing from both of these individuals. I thought Charlie Tiger was done when we saw the DDT from the ring apron.
He should have been.